Yep, it's the next box, and hopefully completing some of the parts that we started last time but didn't finish. Just kind of left some things open. So keep watching. This is your Geek Fix. So here we are, on to our next box. I actually couldn't wait to go ahead and get this one open. In this case, we got more of our magazines here. We've got more big pieces of our base, which just goes to show, look, that's just one portion of it. That's like probably a sixth of what we're still going to be doing on the base, but look how big just that piece is right there by itself. More leg pieces here, and hopefully some parts to let us kind of keep from having things that are just kind of sitting around. We are on to issues 51 through 54. Once again, they're focusing in on the Mandarin, which is one of my least favorite in the comic book. We get into the Tin Man, Model 616, Hulk getting stuck in space, as well as fighting the different Iron Men. Thor Ragnarok is one of my favorites, actually, as far as the movies go. The comic series got pretty brutal. Reed Richards, X-Men, there's a lot of stuff going on right now as far as Reed Richards and who's going to play him. The new team, which includes the Wasp, and then the Howard Stark, Tony Stark, how they kind of integrated. So kicking it off with issue 51, hopefully starting with what we left off on. Yes, it does appear that way. That's a good thing. So 51 is... Oh, here we go. I see screws in this one. 2 sets, actually. Watch for those. Pull the package apart. Alright. So here I do have some stickers. Last one I did not have those for some reason. They didn't show up in the package for some weird reason. But at any rate, make sure that those are set aside here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be now taking this little red piece and doing with it what we wanted to do on the other side, actually. So we're going to be adding a little bit of sticker on one side that's going to help to hold it into place once when we have it in there. They're really only sticking it on one side. Oh, that was easy enough. Okay. Alright, and now what we're going to do is we're going to stick that one inside of here. Just like so. Making sure that the sticky side is down. There we go. This one also kind of fits in there in a way that it kind of clicks in, so that's much better than the last one. Alright, so once when I've gotten that in place, I'm going to hold it kind of like this right here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring back, it is this piece right here, right? Yep. This piece right here that we did earlier, right there, see? We're going to be attaching this part right here with these ridges sticking up just like that on these pegs here, using my screws that are the LM screws. So LM, flat black ones here. There's one, and 2. Okay, so I've screwed that on nice and tight, just like that. Then what we're going to be doing is taking this one right here with the ridges sticking up, and we're going to be, or sorry, sticking down, and we're going to be latching that right onto there. So this part's pointing out this direction. No, sorry, up this direction. There you go, like that. Okay, very good. Now we'll put a spring on top of that. And then we're going to bring this piece right here and gotta change pages. And yes, and then we're going to be taking that part and bringing it over this, just like this. And yeah, like that. Good. Very good. Now, bringing this part right here, I'm going to be sticking it on top of this, facing this direction, while trying to still hold it onto the parts, I guess. It's not so easy, I'll tell you what. And that one too. And that one, like this. Okay. Will it go on? Will it go together? Will it fit? Jeez, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it really wants to go together, but that's partially because I think the next step is I just got to get these other screws to go through it. Oh, I see. Wait. Okay, so this part comes down like this. Gotcha. And then pushing those together and then screwing them together with this. Okay. So this is where my IM screws come in. Just 2 of them apparently. But I could see where this part right here would be helpful to have a partner, a second person that I could put it together with. Okay, boy, you're really gonna have to squeeze these parts together once when you get them latched. And if you do it just right, it'll be fine. Okay. Okay. There's one, and there are some difficult pieces to get together, but honestly, I don't even remember having to work so hard on this part before. Getting it to connect, but man, I must have, because we've already done this part before. Oh man. And so I almost got it here though. It's almost there. I'm just trying to get this seam to kind of close up as much as I can first. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. So yeah, there you go. So that's how my 2 parts should generally look, and this one is supposed to click, 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 click. I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's a good thing that it's hard to move, because that's what I'm aiming for all the time. So there's a little red piece that we got, and that one is going to go right here. Oh, but it looks like it's angled, so I need to make sure I put it on just right. Just like that, basically. Alright, that looks pretty good. And that's that. So, got that piece together. That brings us to magazine 52. At this point in time, we're opening up the 52 package. Just like so. And then, yeah, I didn't see. Oh, there are 2 sets of screws. Interesting. Oh, I have them over here. I don't know. Okay. There's 1, 2 pieces. I recognize most all these parts. I remember doing these parts before. And now I'm going to be taking 52A, which are they marked on the inside? This one says R on it. And I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. This is 52A. They both have R inside of them. I'm also going to be taking this piece right here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be attaching that piece at this weird angle, just like this. And with a screw that is a LP screw. Let's see if I can just do it like that there. Like that? I guess so. Very interesting. And so, okay, that's that part. Next, I'm going to be taking the other side over here, flipping this around in this orientation just like this, taking this piece right here, which has these open slots and things. They're going to be facing downward, just like this. And then I'm going to be taking this piece right here and this piece right here, which if you own any other figures, you probably recognize this kind of part. And so for joints, we're going to be screwing that into place also with an LP screw, which is right here. Okay. And then as frustrating as it is, you have these three parts we just put together. We are not putting it together right now, but maybe we are right now. 53. Nope. We're bringing out package number 53 now. For these great big gigantic parts. There are some screws in here, but it looks like they're secured inside of our case. And okay, we've got some more IP screws. We've got some of these big pieces and this gold piece right here. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this piece right here, as well as this piece right here. We're going to be connecting this one on the outside of this one. As you can see, there's some pegs here that fit right inside of those. And so what I'm going to be doing is using those IP screws to connect it together. Looks like we need 3 of those. Got one here. Another one. These are a little harder to tighten like our metal pieces, so don't over tighten these because you might end up stripping the holes on the inside. You do want to get them tight enough that they're on there, so that piece is nice and tight on there. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this piece right here, which connects like this, right? Yep, just like that onto there, connecting that now with 2 more of those IP screws. So the last 2 that we'll need for the day. There we go. Yeah, nice and tight. And one last one here, which will go right, whoops, right like that. So now we've got this piece completed, and next we'll go on to 54. Oh, wow, I'm getting as far as I was with the foot that we didn't finish on the last one. So now we're opening up this piece right here. This one I can see some screws, so be careful. They're in the bag, loose. There they go. Wow, they're big ones though, big screws. Compared to anything else that we've used, I think. And so, next, we're going to be bringing back this foot that we just barely completed, and I'm going to be taking that, and I'm going to be also taking this right here. You can see that I have these pieces right here. I'm not doing any stickies on this one, but we do want them lined up in kind of the same shape. So as you can see here, I remember doing this one before. We had to hold them in place so that both sides, one right there, and then I also have one on the other side, just like this, which is more loose, so they don't have anything to guide that one. And then we're sticking them, I'm going to take that part off of the foot. I'm sticking them down through here, just like this, as best I can. And so, starting with this side, we're going to be taking this little lock piece right here, putting in the direction, the key direction, just like this. It looks like I got the one that was the hardest to hold was actually the one that stayed in there. So I'll take this one now, slide it through, get it all lined up here. And now that we have our locked piece through there, there's a piece. Oops. There is a piece. Where'd the piece go? Huh? Wait, what? Where'd it go? It was sitting right here. Did I accidentally throw it somewhere? I'm gonna have to replay the video just to see where in the world. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Where in the world that piece went? Okay, so now I've got this piece right here, and as you can see, there's a little chunk that sticks out right here. Same thing, there's a piece that's missing like that right here. I'm just gonna stick that right on over that, just like that, pushing it together. And then I'm gonna be taking these MP screws, just one of them, these big screws here. Plugging it through this side right here where the key part is. Although that, yeah. Yep, okay. And I'm gonna be just screwing it all the way on through here until it latches with a new piece that I stuck on the other side. And again, I want to tighten this nice and tight. Don't worry too much about it, as long as I can kind of get it as tight as I can, because I want that part to be really adjustable. So yeah, I'm gonna really tighten it down. Now at the same time, I am screwing into just a plastic piece, so I can't go too far with it, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So once when I've done that, now I can stick this part back on, just like that. Again, I finished all the portions I'm going to be working on the leg, and I still have these bits that are open that I haven't completed yet, that I just kind of put together generally. So now we're on to the next piece of our base. These are huge pieces to put together and to take apart. No, oh, there is some screws in there loosely, and a couple sets, looks like. So, this is a diffuser for light. This does light up a lot like, oh wow, that is metal as well. Beautiful. So, I'm gonna throw that over there. And so pretty straightforward. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna taking this piece, putting it inside of this piece, just like so, and then we're gonna be securing it on this side with some screws. In this case, I'm using HM screws. That's what it is. Okay. Alright, so those are all secured on there, very pretty, so the light can shine through it. And next I'm going to be taking it and connecting it to the actual base itself. So flipping that base over, it looks like where we're aiming for is where our open hole is right here. So you can see that I have this open hole that's right here, and the parts that I'm hooking together are actually going to be fitting just like, I do believe, just like that. Yes. And so, and I'm attaching that using my IM screws, new ones that they gave me. More IM screws. And so, one. This is metal to metal, so I'm not worrying too much about how tight I'm doing it. 2. And finally, number 3, right there. And okay. And then, so again, just to give you a little idea how big this is going to be, imagine the whole screen basically being full. And this, I mean, it's bigger than my, obviously it's bigger than my head. Look how big it is compared to my body so far. This is just the stand that's going to be underneath him. So pretty cool. In all metal, with the exception of this piece. For some reason this is plastic. This is of course a plastic light, but everything else is nice and metal. Be sure to stay tuned as we continue to work on more of the base as well as the rest of our Iron Man. Want to thank Fanhome for providing us with this model to be able to review, but they also gave us a promo code. So if you're interested in purchasing this, use the code Tony Stark. Also, I'll continue to review these as they come out. So if you can't get it, you can also experience this by proxy. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below, keep watching. This is your Geek Fix.